So hi sir, good morning to you. So we are the third and last presenter for today, and we will be presenting our paper, which is entitled An Inquiry of the Cinematic Patriotism of the University Students. So we all know that the international era has finally taken place, the Philippines today, and it can also be observed that some youth today, the young generation of Filipinos today, have seems to lost their identity and their lack of appreciation to our culture or to the Philippine culture because of the colonization and the globalization that is happening today. Also, because of that, it also leads to various disadvantages, which some are the lack of appreciation to products of the Philippines, to the lack of knowledge of the youth today, to our Philippine heroes. And in today's context, we wanted to know if the local films of the Filipino films have also been taken down of those disadvantages. That is why the importance of this study, we wanted to know the level of cinematic patriotism of the university students today. For our conceptual framework, our independent variable is the types of films, which falls to two categories, which is the international or the foreign and the local. For our dependent variable, which is the number of films. Next. And for this study, we wanted to achieve our objectives or the statement of the problem. First is we wanted to know what is the preferred type of film of the students today. Is it local or foreign? Next, we wanted also to know what are the significant factors that influence the university students in choosing their preferred films. And the third one, we wanted to know if there is really a significant difference between the number of foreign and local films watched by the university students within this year. For our hypothesis, for this study, later on we will be knowing whether to accept or to reject the null hypothesis. So our null hypothesis is there is no significant difference in the number of viewed international and local films by the university students. Next.
So for our research participants, our participants is Ateneo de Davao University College students. So we have gathered 200 response through college students of Ateneo University. So for our methods and procedures, first we have formulated survey questionnaires. Then next we have consulted to our instructor. Then after the consultation, we have distributed the survey questionnaire through the Google form. And in order for us to know who will answer the survey, then we have used systematic sampling distribution. So we conducted our survey in various locations, in Miguel Pro Library, Rojas Bench, Gisbert Library, and Jacinto Gate. For the research design, so our research used comparative design. And for our normal testing, so we have used Kolmogorov-Smirnov test of normality. Then, since our study does not follow normal distribution, so we have used Wilcoxon match pair test in order for us to know if we will accept or reject the null hypothesis.
So for the results and discussion, the first statement of the problem states that asks about the film preference of the students. So based on our survey, we have gathered 76% of the students who preferred foreign films, while 24% of the students preferred local films. And for the second statement of the problem, the factors affecting the film preference of the students. So based on our survey also, we have gathered the most significant factor that affects the students are the cast of the film, which has a percentage of 16.84%, followed by the popularity, which falls on 16%, and lastly, the trailer of the film, which has 15.68%. And there were also other factors that was mentioned by the respondents, like the plot of the film, extra money if they will be watching that film, the producer, and the boredom. So for the third and last statement of the problem, which asks the significant difference of the foreign and local films. So first, we have tested its assumption. So through the test of normality and in Kolmogorov-Smirnov test, the sig value falls under 0.05 because the sig value is 0.00. So we have to use non-parametric test. So what type of non-parametric test we have used? So since we have one independent variable and it falls under the same category, and we have to use non-parametric test, so we have used Wilcoxon matched pair test. So based on the test statistics of this test, the asymptotic sig value is 0.00, so which means we have to reject the null hypothesis. So there is a significant difference. And in order to know the average of the two films, we have also used median to compare the differences. And since we have rejected the null hypothesis, the effect size, we also got the effect size of the difference of local and foreign films. So we have gathered 0.43 of the effect size. So it means that the effect size, or the difference of the size of the difference, is medium size effect.
Now, to summarize everything up, we conclude and we answer the objectives of our presentation. So first, what is the objective? Do we reject or do we not reject the null hypothesis? We reject the null hypothesis because there is a significant difference between the number of viewed local films and foreign films. Second one, what is the preferred type of film of the students? Which is foreign films. It's the foreign films because there's about 76% as opposed to the 24% of the students who preferred local films. And lastly, here are the significant factors in choosing a film, which are popularity, trailer genre, cast, and movie reviews, with cast being the number one with about 17%, and popularity, trailer genre, movie reviews for about 15 to 16%. Now, for the implication, this is the most important part of the study. We go back to the importance of the study. What was the importance of the study again? The cinematic patriotism. What is the cinematic patriotism of the students or the youth today? We answer that question with a resounding no. There is no patriotism in terms of the cinematic setting in the youth today. So that's basically the implication. So that's all. Any questions, sir?
Thank you, sir.